Alright. Hello, I'm Luigi and I will be celebrating my 100 subscriber count by playing Super Smash Bros. Melee. I will be using the 20XX Tournament Edition because why not? And well, this whole thing's gonna work as every character, with the exception of Zelda and Sheik, because I'm pretty sure they're gonna be together, or depending how 20XX works, maybe Sheik only. Um, every character will have 4 stocks because there's 25 characters, so 25 times 4 equals 100. That's 100 stocks total, and I gotta take out all 100 stocks essentially. It's not gonna be one run. Each character is gonna be played on its own round with different stages to accommodate, so backgrounds don't get boring fast. And that's just how it's gonna roll for this. I will be supplying commentary, live commentary, so in the midst of battles, it'll be pretty quiet when I get focused and not. But otherwise, yeah, I will be going as my main Luigi. I changed that though to LL, because why not? And, well, it's not much more to say, so let's just... Let's turn pause off too, just so I can continue playing this. And this is alright because we're not going to use random. Alright, so... Yeah. We'll be starting off with Princess Peach with Dr. Mario. I am not running on tournament mode for this, and I'm not running on a CRT either, so my performance isn't going to be the best. I decided to turn on the input just so there's some other visual on the screen. So 5 years later, and eventually I reach 100. I think it might be 6 years. This is being recorded after the Super Smash Bros. Retrospective video, and in the midst of the Earthbound video, which should be releasing soon. I'm hoping that I'll hit 100 by then, but you know, can't take everything for granted, so who knows, maybe I'll be sub 100 for another 5 years, and you guys won't be seeing this until another 5 years later. But either way, even if it does take like 5 years to get to 100, at least you guys will know the age of the video, and you know, you'll be able to hear my young voice one last time if that's the case. But yeah, I'm only doing this as a preparation just in case if I were to ever hit 100 close enough. Who knows, maybe 5 years I'll remake this and this video won't even exist, but you know, can't count on everything. Am I on Infinite Misfire? Oh my god, I might be on Infinite Misfire. No, never mind. I thought I was. I don't think 20XX. I might be thinking 20XX. Hack Pack. That one, I think, has it. But 100 years later, hitting, I mean, not 100 years, shit, that would be a horrible time to be alive. 100 subscribers later, and, you know, I assume 5 years later, too. It's been a pretty long trip, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, I don't know why I let myself get grabbed there. But this channel, you know, I still hold the original philosophy of what I was going for from the start of this channel, and that was just it being a little fun fun hobby channel, something I would do videos just for fun. And although that grew a bit into being more productive and more, I wouldn't say professional, but they're definitely a lot better than my older stuff, content. It just shows that I do love YouTube. I love doing YouTube videos. I love doing all this crap because it's all fun. It's all fun. And you know, being able to make YouTube videos, regardless for fun or for paid profits, is always like, well, it was always a cool concept to me. And people being able to see my videos, and people being able to like see my videos and stuff, like, you know, that always like seemed cool to me, because like, wow, I can share these thoughts and opinions to other people who may or may not like it, and they can either agree with my stance and, you know, be like, oh yeah, this and that and da da da, or they can be like, oh well, you know, this is dumb and this is stupid, and like, as long as it's not like destructive or super destructive, because I will listen to some destructive criticisms. I do like listening to the criticisms. Recently there was a comment on my Smash video talking about like their love for Brawl or something, love for Brawl in Smash 4, and I was like, yeah, I do think about this and that for Brawl. I just think that like removing techniques was a bit silly and all that stuff, and I never saw it, but I can see why people would like Brawl, even if I myself am not a big fan of it. I wouldn't say I hate Brawl, but you know, I just think that Brawl is a bit, you know, it's not my student style, I should say. God, it's so weird because I'm playing this with like a 3-frame buffer. I just some sort of frame buffer because, this isn't CRT, and I don't have any of them old ass cables to run CRT on. And either way, I wouldn't even try to run on CRT because I do want a higher quality picture, but it's just, you know, my play style. Shit. God. Little Smash 4 there. One thing coming out soon is Brawl Minus. They're doing a new update in about not 5-ish days, like 3-ish days or 2-ish days. And I do plan on checking that out, maybe even making a video on it. Shit, who knows? Maybe this will come out before or after the Brawl Minus video, too. But yeah, I am working on a lot of videos this year, which might sound a bit crazy, because, you know, usually I usually always say, like, oh, I'm just not feeling it, or, you know, I just don't got any ideas, which is sometimes true. Other times it's because I'm either working and, you know, I just don't have anything much to do about it, because I don't work much hours anyway, so it's not like it should be a bad thing, but... Ooh, okay. Shit, what was I going? Oh yeah, work. Yeah, I don't work much hours, so they usually don't affect my videos too much. It might be a bothersome if I'm like productive on making a video that day, but you know, I have to work. You know, that's a bit anti-productive on my part, but otherwise, not anti-productive. That's just a bit of a bummer on my part, but you know, it's it's not much to complain when I could just do it the literal next day or like the hours after work. But another thing is school, and I do take school a lot more seriously because I am at my last cups of years for basic schooling, and I do plan to extend them to when I get to college, which I am also aiming for. And I feel like that's when my videos might die, and that's probably the reason why I'm doing more videos this year, because I just want to do what I can before I get to college, because I know from what at least my friends have shown and stuff, that college can get on you, and I am looking forward to offline college. So I'll do this. Right? Yeah, and I feel like that might hamper my schedule like a lot. So yeah, that's the reason why I take videos as a hobby, because unless I get like good, like guaranteed to make it through like subscribers and views, I will probably never do YouTube as a job. Just a little passion hobby, just to have fun with, all that good stuff. Ooh, whoa. I thought he took the ledge from me. I don't think Luigi was built for this stage. Shit. It's Luigi's stage, but yeah, the CPU's just not built for it, because they always just, when they get where the logs go, they just fucking misfire over and over again. And, you know, you can't really get height from a missile unless you misfire, but even then they don't react in time to after the misfire. Home stage advantage my ass. Another thing I was planning to do with this video was I was planning to actually make it live. Ooh, wow, he hit me with that twice. I was gonna make it live, but like, my laptop I use, the processor's just, it can't run live, and YouTube's live doesn't work like it used to anymore. So it's just dumb. Try to kick me. I remember YouTube Live used to be free, but now I think you gotta have like 500 subs to go live. I could be wrong, maybe they changed that or something, but you know, last time I heard it was like that. Oh. Alright, that's fine. Bruh. I always liked Luigi's little result icon. He always looked a bit funny in that. Jeez, we're running out of Mario stages. Frick, what could Bowser... Oh, wait. Yeah, Bowser can go for this one. So, this is all pre-recorded, what else? Nobody really, I never did a Q&A or a poll, which I know might seem a bit mean for my 100 subs, but I do plan to have a lot more sub specials, not too much, but some other ones, and some with a bit more of an odd number to it, because you'll understand when we get to those numbers, the reason why, but yeah. A bit mean of me. I might maybe do a poll if I like get a better sub count, because most of the times you guys just ask or like say the stuff you want to say in the comments, and you know that's completely fine. I do read the comments, and you guys know that because I reply and like them often. Oh my god, there's stupid blocks at the bottom there. So, yeah, college, I'm focused on school, work, and then I'm going to focus on work in college, which is going to just hamper everything. And who knows, maybe after college I'll come back with a more bigger thing. Or who knows, maybe the college class I take won't be as bad as my friends, and I'll like be able to actually consistently do this crap. But as of now, it's winter break. You know, I'm off school, so I'm a lot more free. No work to worry about so far. Um, until, well, schoolwork. Work is coming Thursdays. But yeah, so I'm just trying to do what I can before really anything. Watch this all age like milk because like I stay sub 100 for another 5 years or something. But you know, it's just the way the cookie crumbles, as I like to say a lot. So some of you might be thinking, oh, Earthbound video, huh? You working on that? Yeah, in the midst of working on it, all that good stuff. Every time I do a video, it's always mixed to me, because I remember I really want to get the Smash video out by Christmas, so like, it was either I could slew the production and like make everything super cheap and like get it done early, or I could like make everything look good, but I'd have to like crunch myself, which is what I ended up doing the latter. I stayed up like 2 nights in a row up till like 4 in the morning just working on it, just so I could get a much better looking video out. I just wanted it out by Christmas, but if you're wondering how the schedule goes, there's no video schedule, it's just how I feel like uploading, and I usually like uploading at night, so most of the time it just takes a while to get a video out, unless I'm like feeling very productive. And another thing is, since I don't take YouTube as a job and just as a hobby, you know, most of the times you don't really focus on your hobby that much until you want to. So that's another reason why. Am I making that? No. So that's another reason why with the video production. And if I have to say one more thing on the video production, since it is a hobby after all, I do actually take my family and friends over this stuff. So like, if I promise a video, if I were to actually like try and promise a video for like, let's say a January 5th release, and it doesn't come out till January 6th, and I don't specify why, just remember that probably has something to do with friends or family, because like I said, this is just a hobby to me, and I do love whoever watches these. You know, you guys are cool and stuff, but like, you know, the family and the friends, you know, I meet them, I physically meet them, and, you know, we want to do our own stuff, so if I have to hold off doing a video for a day, then I will do such a thing. And that came close on Christmas, but luckily, work was a bit generous on Christmas Day, and so I was able to work on some of it for that night, thank God, because otherwise we would probably seen a close to midnight release, or December 26th release, which, shit, I would have been upset about. And I know that might sound silly, because, like, Juan, you're not even doing this for a big audience. Like, you don't have to do all this crap, you know. Even if you do release it December 26th, like, not many people are going to see it. Well, one, algorithm determines everything, and I don't know if it's the algorithm that did it for the Smash video, or what, but as we've seen... Oh, jeez, you can't slide on that. But as we've seen, yeah, sometimes my videos can get big on the day of their release. Sorry, I'm just focused on the gameplay right now, because I don't like the stage, and the fact that I gotta fight a level 9 on the stage. But, yeah, so... I'm like messing up my wording now. Let me just stay focused on this and remember what I'm gonna say. So yeah, videos, I can get views even on the first day. Like I said, algorithm, video sharing site, other website, whatever. It can happen, and you know, having it on a set date always felt nice to me. But for the most part, I just wanted to get it out by Christmas because, you know, it's been a while since I've uploaded and all that stuff. And, you know, having this sort of challenge, yeah, it crunchitizes me, but it crunches me, not crunchitizes. What the hell am I, Captain Crunch saying that shit? It crunches me into making a video, but I feel like when I do get a set date and I do somehow get it out, even if it's by like the last minute, it always feels a lot more accomplishing than just doing a video out of nowhere, or not out of nowhere, just having a video with no set date. So I take a long time, because then I'll start looking back at it and I'll be like, oh, I didn't like, because you know, I do hold out on my videos sometimes, so like my intro might look really mid and then the rest will look really good, and I'm like, should have redone the intro, but you know, it was already done, so what was the point of redoing it if I were to do it? And that's just, you know, how usually it goes most of the time. When I'm actually in a video production though, I like to stay really consistent, and this stage, no, there's no way she's making that. She made it. So the video production stuff, that's just, it's either randomized or it comes out good and fast because you know, of either I set a date for myself or I just am in a good mood to do it. And right now with the Earthbound, I am pretty much in a good mood, and I am looking for a New Year's date on that one. So yeah, but like, what is that even supposed to translate to? I'm like saying nonsense at this point, because I'm trying to half focus on the gameplay and half focus on commentating, so I don't just drag out for like 4 minutes of nothing. But yeah, Earthbound video will be coming out soon, maybe even before this video comes out, because shit, 100 subs ain't guaranteed. But yeah, I hope it will become a nice video, because here's how it works. I always have these kind of set, every time I make a video, I just want to make the next one better. And it becomes hit or miss on that part specifically, because like I said, if I'm feeling it, then I'll actually like be super invested into the video and like actually make it look good with the Smash retrospective, or I can make like this lazy carbon copy video that like anyone could make off their fucking iPhone, like the well, I wouldn't say Melee meta video, because that was the first video I ever did on a video editing software, like a good video editing software, not like some free website on Google Play. And you know, even though it looks poor and it took like 2 months to do, I'd still consider it like a passion thing, because I was like really feeling it for that for the most part. Maybe something along the lines of like, maybe that Game & Watch Gallery video, you know, I recorded it because I was like, oh, might as well do this thing, because, you know, I'm playing the games right now and stuff, but then I started editing and I'm like, okay, my script's kind of whatever, you know, I don't really know what to say for this part and that. But even then, most of my videos are pretty good. I don't think I've ever had a video where I'm like, well, not good in terms of like quality or shit. Like, there are definitely other better quality videos out there, even topics I've covered. But you know, for my channel and the work I do, like, I think they're watchable. They're decent and watchable. And some might even like them. Some might really like them. Wow, he just drilled me like that. Oh my god. I think another thing I turned on in the 20XX was CPU survival DI or something. Because I noticed that some of these guys are like living really good percents that a CPU normally shouldn't last. What else can I think of? The Super Circuit video, that one's still in the works. Like I said, I wanted to do a few videos in between that one and Mario Kart 64, so I don't just pad out my content to Mario Kart videos. I do want the Mario Kart Super Circuit video to be like super uber excellent, like not like blow up or anything. I don't expect it to blow up at all, but like I just want it to be very high quality and stuff. So I'm working on that one a lot more than my other stuff because I love Super Circuit. I'll admit that. That's definitely weird, but you know, I think people just disown this game like as if it's not part of the Mario Kart series for some reason, even though it's like there's like so much to it that people don't realize. So yeah, I am working on that one. I just want to make it uber good, and in turn, I'm just doing these other videos that I've also wanted to talk about and stuff. Oh, I did FD. I didn't mean to do FD. Oh crap. Shit, I was supposed to save FD for another guy, but whatever. Donkey Kong, I guess you get FD. I guess someone else will have to take Jungle James because I really wanted to do Jungle James. So yeah, Super Circuit video in the works, might be out before this one because, like I said, you guys know that this will age like shit. So I should probably stop mentioning like, oh, if it comes out before this and that. But yeah, I love Super Circuit. Working on the video hard. I think it might be a pretty long video, at least as of the script written right now. But there's still more to finish up with the scripts. I haven't even gotten recording done. I am actually about to record the Earthbound stuff after this, so I can finish that video up. If you hear any background voices, that's just my grandma or my dog. I'd recommend just ignoring it. It's like nothing. There's nothing, no hidden message or anything out of these. Like she knows my shit. Why ate that one? You got a bit of a bitch slap on my face. Whoa. Melee's weird as hell. But I'm talking about all these like Nintendo games and stuff, and some people might think, well, is there anything else you plan to do? Well, for the most part, I grew up with Nintendo, like heavy Nintendo. So most of my stuff will be like Nintendo retrospects and all that stuff, or videos, reviews, analyzing, even little stick here and there because of little thing going on in my brain that like makes me see stuff this way and that way, and that's the reason why I think people can just do these kind of videos because, well, everyone has different views on a game. Like I even the most carbon copy opinion can be like somewhat different because maybe they saw like this part as different, or like maybe they dislike this part whereas people like that part and all that stuff. And I feel like since more people would point that out because they want to have a different voice than just being like the normal game critic or game journalist, then I feel like retrospect videos won't like die down or get oversaturated because people like to, as crazy as it may sound because of stuff like Twitter and Facebook, people do like hearing other people's things out. Maybe they might not agree with it, or their sentiments might be of under or overvalued, but people still just want to listen just to be like, I wonder what this guy thinks of this. So I usually like to do stuff like that. And even when I'm not doing stuff like that, sometimes I just like to look at the stupid small stuff, like Smash Luigi's Evolution and all that stuff. Something like, oh, that only appeases like a few fans here and there, or like, makes people go like, yeah, that's the thing. That's Luigi's Smash Evolution. He went from crappy to good, but still crappy, and then super crappy, and then high tier crappy, and now he's annoying crappy. I'm not remembering all the videos on the top of my head. I'm pretty sure there's some other videos that might explain it. But otherwise, yeah. Some other things I might do is like music or animation uploads. Not like my animation, like think of it as, oh, there's this thing in the game that I really like or like people like, but the best thing there is like some low quality video from 10 years ago. Like the Game Watch Gallery 4 animations. Like I noticed that the only good video on that one was some old animations recorded off a GBA screen. Whew, my DI is clean. So I just decided to upload it because, I recorded it all while I was recording my Game Watch Gallery video, so why not as well upload that? And, anything else that isn't Nintendo? Well, I do plan to look at some, like, PC games or some Xbox games. I was thinking of actually getting Halo soon because I think I could do something interesting about that. Movies and TV shows, I don't plan on doing. I might do like 2 or 3, maybe like some of the ones I was a hardcore fan of as a kid or something. Because here's the thing with movies and TVs and with video games and like reviewing them and stuff. I feel like the difference between TV and video game review is because a video game is an interactive experience. So most of the stuff you see, you're interacting for yourself, and you're I might actually give him the Jungle Japes one. Yeah, I'll give him the Jungle Japes. And video games are just interactive, so I feel like anyone can interpret it their own way. So I think that's probably another reason why, as I said with the retrospective stuff, it's the reason why I think retrospectiveness won't die, is because everyone sees it their own way, and because video games have an interactive experience to them, and each people sees things differently. I feel like reviewing a video game is like a lot more relatable and like stuff like that, and you don't have to like dive into like this deeper set of motion and stuff. if that's making any sense. That's probably not making any sense, but I feel like just people can just play a game and be like, oh man, so like this is how this goes and that, and this is how I feel about this and that, da da da, and everyone's different because of that. Whereas with a movie is already created. It won't matter how many times you watch it. It's still going to be seen the same way for the most part, except for like the super hidden stuff in like those old ass TV movies or like some uber underrated film masterpiece. And just another thing about it is that I feel like you have to be a lot more advised on trying to review a movie, because some people might, because one, when you review a movie, you're only like, you're watching a movie or a series where it's like, how do I say this, where it's appealing to those fans of the movie, appealing to those fans and stuff like that. So you have to like take into consideration what the fans think and all that stuff. Whereas with a game, like, yeah, I could be reviewing Earthbound, and that could be for an Earthbound audience, but like even new people that come see this could be like, oh, that's a video game, and it's kind of like this video game and all that stuff, da da da. Whereas if I like review like the 2003 Cat in the Hat movie, people will be like, yeah, that's the live action Cat in the Hat. The only correlations I could draw from that are fans from the animated TV series or like the animated movie from the 60s. And I feel like you have to be a lot more careful about what you say on a movie, because like with a video game, you could just go into all this small stuff here and there, point it out, do all this, and be like, yeah, it was his experience, so he saw it this way and that way. But with a movie, you have to be like really careful, because if you like say a theory or something, or you say, well, I think the interpretation is this and that, or you like see this scene as that way, I feel like even though it may or may not be, people will be like, well, no, that's actually wrong, and oh, well, you just not understand the movie well enough, and I just don't. That's just not really my thing, to try to stay on one thing. I want to see it how I see it my way, even though sometimes I disagree with how some people see it their way. But they should still have the right to do that. Like again with Earthbound, Gaius's little thing, I just never saw it. I take the author's word for it that it was never meant as like some abortion cliche or anything, and that people are just not seeing it the way it's really supposed to be, just some figment embodiment of evil with a weird coincidental shape of a baby. But like then again, I won't be like, oh well, you're dumb for having this theory. Shit, I just got slammed. You're dumb for having the abortion theory that Gaius is some stupid abortion, but yeah, I wouldn't get mad at that, because even though the author said it would, I feel like because it's a video game and you're experiencing it through your own immersion and stuff like that, you could probably see it that way even if it's completely wrong, because like I said, your immersion, your experience. With a movie, even if the author says it or not, like that point is in the movie. Like you can't disavow that. If you try to disavow that, people will be like, no, you are literally dumb, and you are literally dumb for trying to do some obvious. Ooh, damn, I'm smooth on that one. For pointing out the obvious, because the movie was set, the plot was written like that, and all that stuff. Unlike a video game, and yeah, a video game can have a story, but still, it's your actions do cause things to happen sometimes, and if the plot is not as clean or as detailed as a movie, then I feel like you could get away a lot more easily with saying this and that and all that good stuff. But with a movie, it's like you got to be careful, because, and this is only because of people who watch this stuff, because people will be like, the author said it and the movie said so. Who am I on, Fox? What did I play on? Oh god. Oh, I played on Great Bay. God damn it. I thought I was playing. I'm off my dope today trying to do all this at the same time. Shoot. Now I gotta make a Zelda character play on a Star Fox stage. Perfect. Just my luck. But, you know, some variety. Not everything has to be equal with that, because if everything was equal with that, then we'd be fucking. Actually, that would be. No, I'm sorry. Okay, just drop it. I'm not making sense on this. Listen, I just like my stuff more correlated together. So, playing Star Fox game, Star Fox stage, all that stuff. But I guess the trade-off is if you're not playing on a Star Fox stage, at least you're adding some variety. So it's not just the same stereotype of, oh, play this character stage on their stage and all that stuff. But to go back to the movie argument, because of the fact that a movie's always set with all this super details and stuff like that, like, it's really hard to, like, give your own interpretation because, you know, people will just say, oh, the author said it and stuff like that. And sometimes I do agree with the author, like I said, Geigus, and I think people seeing the abortion thing is kind of silly, but, you know, that's something I can go on part with, but at the same time, they might not, like, the author might have been mistranslated, or maybe at first it was kind of, like, designed supposed to be, or, like, maybe the guy's never heard the author, so he sees it as this and that. Yeah, this is definitely survival DI, like, no CPU's teching off that. Woohoo! But with a movie, because, you know, a movie already has a set plot, you know, it's also meant to be this and that, and the author... I do believe the author can change what he wants to do. It's just now, at that point, now the immersion now holds a bigger advantage, because, like, oh, you meant for this to be that, and now you change it to this, like, yeah, now that could be the true canon if you so make it, because you are the author, but now people can't be made fun of for having this immersion, because, you know, you said it as that before, or this and that, or maybe what you had now was what their original envision was. And I think that just loosens it. But with, like, a fixed thing, like with Geigus' little thing going on, I think the author states it's true, all that stuff. Good stuff. Who was I playing on this one? Was it Kirby? No, it was Ness, okay. Shit, Earthbound, fuck. And yeah, all that good, juicy stuff. But like I said, with the movie, everything's set. The author can just change it when he wants. Well, not like the author can't change it with a video game too, but, you know, video game already has enough immersion. If you change it, then, like, you're literally, like, making yourself have no plot into it whatsoever. But with a movie, you know, you have all this set detailed plot, and what I'm trying to say is that it's really hard to have your own interpretation of the movie because everything's already set to that. You know, you're not having your own immersion. Your only immersion is watching this movie and coming out like, yeah, that was a movie. Because that's how I sometimes see most movies, honestly. I do try to come with my own immersion, but, you know, people are like, well, this part happened in the movie, so this sets that, and, like, yeah, it sets it, but at least let a man have his own interpretation. I'm probably making, like, 0 sense, but I feel like someone might understand what I'm trying to get to. Hopefully. I might just say something, rephrase what I'm saying in the comments, because I'm not writing on a script. And, yeah, I do write most of my videos on a script, so I don't just stutter and sound like crappy and shit. And some say that gives away the immersion of making a video or stuff like that. You know, it's not like, oh, it's not true, everything's like said itself. But here's the thing with like my videos, I'm not appealing. Maybe not appealing is the right word. I'm not trying to go with what the algorithm wants. You know, I'm thinking what I'm thinking, and I'm writing that down. So even if it is written on a script, poor Dust, shit. So even if it is written on a script, since you know I was having these thoughts while playing the game and all that stuff, I'm not like set into like saying like you can tell what's different between my kind of review and like a professional guy's review, because a professional guy's review has got to like match with this and that, you know, he's got to fit with the algorithm and all that stuff. My stuff, it's what I'm thinking while I'm playing the game, and I just write it down on a script later so I don't sound crappy. That's literally the reason why I write on a script, because the script, it's less about like trying to fit in and more about trying to make sure my voice stays constant, my tone and voice stays constant, or I can have like a better, so the video quality can be a lot better than just literally this video, me stuttering, me blanking out for 5 minutes, shit. Oh, I didn't mean to do Battlefield. Oh, I didn't. Shoot. Yeah, that's right. Pause is off. You know what? We'll just pretend this match doesn't exist. I'll take an L. No, because Ice Climbers, they have to play on Icicle. Like, I can't let them play on anything else. I don't know who else would go for Icicle. If I do lose, then we just simply replay the match. That's, like, the whole point. Which is why I was kind of scared of losing to Dr. Mario, because I was like, oh, first guy, and I'm already going to lose to this sucker. But yeah, to finally get off TV shows and stuff, I know the original thing was, is there going to be more than just Nintendo? Yeah, there's going to be more. Nintendo's going to be like a sole focus. Video games as a whole are going to be sole focus. TV shows, movie stuff, very little of that, but there might be a few things here and there if I can like go good with it without people getting all defensive about a movie because I saw it this way, even though the movie's really doing it this way and stuff like that. And not just like entertainment, but I do plan on looking at even smaller stuff, like for example, some few sports. Like I was thinking like, and not just esports, you know, haha, if a guy plays video games, when he talks about sports, he's probably just referring to esports. No, like stuff like basketball or like boxing, I might actually look into those, like a small history thing, or like, or this player was this and that player was doing this and like he did all this good stuff, and then that player was doing all this and he did even better, all that kind of stuff. But otherwise, a second thing might be, well, I wouldn't say gameplay. If you want gameplay, just gameplays are like done for, honestly. They might just be a live only thing, or like just a small special video if it's like something really special, some let's play or gameplay stuff. But if you want like more of a let's play kind of thing, go check out the collab channel or something. I do a little collab channel with my friends, and we like play like multiplayer games and stuff like that and have fun, act stupid. But yeah, gameplays are like done. So if I had to say one more thing, I'm not doing it now because I feel like I'm inexperienced to do it. But history videos. I really want to do history videos. I feel like history as a whole, like in school, online, all that stuff, it's very underappreciated, and as we've seen recently, history videos are just getting on the rise again after that whole stupid YouTube bullshit, like 4 years ago. That was so dumb. I can't believe history videos used to get demonetized instantly. That was so stupid. I think that was another reason why I didn't do history videos too, but yeah, I do actually have like 2 or 3 scripts on like some small parts of history, or like multiple sectors of history that I want to talk about. And this is like, this isn't current history, because current history I feel like is too, either too all around, like, you know, you got to cover this part, but then you got to cover this part so you don't sound misinformed, and you know, you got to cover this and that and this and that, and you know, not everything has been recently has been fact checked, not like fact checked incorrectly, just like not fact checked at all yet, because they're still in the means of figuring out what's where and that and this. And you know, it gets so complicated, confusing, and that would make like for a good 3-hour video. But and I do like making long videos. That's kind of my whole shtick, making these small subjects into something a lot more longer than it probably should be, because I just have that many interpretations and stuff for it. But with modern history, it's like here and there and everywhere, and like, oh my god, dude. I think we're on Kirby now. I really hope we're on Kirby, because I'm just going to click on a Kirby stage, and I'm just going to hope to god it's Kirby. Yep, okay. I can't believe the one that sometimes whenever me and my friends are playing, we'll pick this stage and we'll just sit there until like the beat drops or the orchestra drops, and then we'll just go ham at that point. But of course CPUs don't follow by that, so can't do that here. But yeah, history, I feel like I should be, might cover when I can understand more of it and like actually am a bit more experienced, because I am actually planning in this near future to have some sort of major in some sort of social science or history, because that kind of stuff does interest me. But well, the history I'm kind of referring to is like Renaissance until fucking World War II kind of history. Modern history is interesting, like I said, but I just don't think it would make for great videos. And no, I don't consider Justice Dankula modern history. That's like modern stupidity, honestly. Tornado just can't approach for shit. Man, imagine Ultimate Tornado and Melee. That shit would be annoying as fuck. The Puff Killer. Maybe Luigi would actually be dragged out of like B- tier. I can't really be the one that doesn't like the B- crap for the tier list. Like, I get it's supposed to be like, oh well, they're not that different from this stuff and that, but honestly, just doing A B C D E F G is good enough. Like, you know, people might see it as like a whole thing, but if you're putting B next to C, I think that, yeah, well, it is quite literally a whole tier different, but you know, B to C, I feel like is literally just saying B to B minus either way. So you know, and even then, I'm not a big fan of letter tier lists for the most part. I'm more of a fan of something like worded tier lists, like great, good, okay, mediocre, except in a few parts, completely mediocre, bad, stuff like that. I like those kind of lists because I feel like you could add more to it. You know, you could give more of an understanding with the subjects in mind. Like, okay, it's not mediocre, but it's not. Okay, this part isn't mediocre. Like, half of the game, it gets really good, but then this other half gets just makes no sense. So I'll just put it in this has potential but doesn't go for it kind of tier, part of the tier. And you know, it's just that small shit. My little autistic brain loves that kind of crap. Ooh, I like Brinstar. I like the music for Brinstar, but Depths is so much cooler. Since I usually wipe these guys out, I guess I'll go with Depths. So yeah, like video games, not Nintendo video games stuff. Few stuff involving sports, very few stuff involving movies and history. Those are probably what we're going to see more often. Maybe as I grow as a channel, I'll start focusing more on one subject than the other. But as of now, since from the start, I think video games are going to be video game reviews and like analysis and like small detail checks and all that stuff. Those are probably going to stay for a while. And watch like 5 years later, I have this out and I'm like 20 reviews into like the Lorax movie and like its critique on capitalism and all that stuff. And I have like a degree in film and I'm making movies every year, some shit. But history stuff, it'll probably start out small stuff because, like I said, I just think I'm inexperienced in the topic. I wouldn't say I'm completely stupid. I mean, you guys can judge that if a history video were to come out, but I feel like as if I wouldn't be able to like get down to its level, like something like what History Matters did, or like Let Me Know does with some small subjects. You know, they go into this great detail with their stuff, and like not just great detail, but they go into all this research and all that good stuff, and like I feel like I'm just not at that point yet when discovering history. I might not even be at that point ever, but shit, we just have to wait and see. And you know, my friends, specifically my friends, because they know this, they'll be like, "Shit, Juan, you're an AP hero. You always talk to history about us." Well, yeah, but and like you write a script and all that stuff, so you can be a lot more prepared than just mouthing off what you think is that and that. And yeah, but when you're doing a lot more research, then that research starts getting deeper, and then it goes deeper, and then you start saying, "Oh, well, is this true? Or is this true? Or was the original sentiment supposed to be true?" and all that stuff. And I suppose that same can also go for movies also. Which is probably why I'm also scared of doing movie and TV show reviews. One thing I'm not scared of, though, of entertainment value that isn't video games to review, is like web videos or web series. Because, like, most web series authors are alive, so if I wanted to talk to them, I could like DM them or something. And even if I don't, like, most of the stuff I used to watch was like so stupid that I can like interpret it my own way, and people will be like, "Shit, that's probably true," because like, what's the point? What's the thing of this video? What's the like? What are you supposed to get from this video and stuff like that? So, yeah, stuff like that, but. Yeah, movie, TV shows, and history are a bit on my stuff that I would like to do, just feel inexperienced enough to not do it yet. I don't want to do Temple for her. Let me see. We got one. We got... Oh, shoot. I'm not playing on... Okay, I see. Alright. Let me think this. Actually, I might do Zelda on one of these stages, and then I could do like Young Link here, and then I could do Link there or something. Like, yeah, I think that could work. So we don't have to do Venom. Or Sheik. Yeah, Sheik. Yeah, I told you. She's fucking Sheik. I also, just a little side thing, because I've done this, I don't think they'll ever happen again. Shit, like, me and my friends just don't have the time for it, but I do have some few tournament videos on my, if you check the playlist, I got like a little tournament thing. I only recorded the one because I didn't record anything at all for the first one. It was just audio recorded, and I'm not just uploading an audio. And the third tournament we did, like, nobody showed up, so I just didn't have a need to record it. But for the second one, I do have, like, little tournament footage stuff, like little stupid, something BC would do, stupid shit. They're not quality, like, at all. This was before I figured out the Elgato and all that stuff, so... But if you want to see, like, little tournament footage of, like, amateur kids going at each other, then yeah, you can see that. Like, that's been there. It's been... The videos are unlisted because I don't want them to clog my channel, but they are in a playlist, and they should be viewable because I don't remember putting the playlist on private at all. It should be completely public. Some of you might be thinking, I'm already so late into this, so some of you might not be thinking, because if you're watching this far, then you don't care, but you might be saying, well, why not 64, Brawl, 4, Ultimate, why Melee? Well, 1, Melee is my favorite Smash game of them all. Well, it's in contention, because, like, I don't agree so much with Ultimate's gameplay, even though I think it's completely fine. I like Melee's gameplay more. But at the same time, Ultimate just has so much going for it that actually matters compared to Melee. And Melee still has a lot of stuff going for it, but that's only within because of its time period and stuff. So, next sub-special, I might do 200, but I kind of don't want to follow like a stupid 100 pattern stuff. So my next one that I can confirm to you guys is, I think, let me think, what was it? What was it? I think it was 400 something. I won't tell what it is, but it's 400 something, and you'll see when it comes out. But yeah, that is my confirmed next sub-special. Unless I can think of something else for a lesser number, but you know, I'm not one to follow this stupid... Damn, dude, I fucking flew. I'm not one to follow the 100 thing. I would only do it for this because, you know, it's the first 100. And I do also plan to do one for the first 1,000 and then the first 10,000. But, like, even then, there's some little special sub numbers that I like to cover because either I think they would fit, like, something for that specialness, that special video when it comes out, or I just think it would work out, like... Maybe not work out's the right word, but, you know, because it's a very specific scenario. I'll just say it like that. I don't want to spoil it. I'm trying to avoid spoiling it, but it's hard to. But yeah, there probably might be a bit more sub specials. Um, shit, maybe one day I might do that stupid thing that that one lady does, where she writes all the subscribers' names on post-it notes. But I don't have a room that large, or like a wall so blank to let that happen. I just wish, like, one thing that would actually make me do a Q&A early is if, like, every one of my subscribers, like, answered the Q&A or something like that. But, you know, not, many subscribers are, like, empty subscribers, as Employment would put it. You know, just these guys that just are subscribed. They never really watch your content and stuff, or they do watch your content, but they don't, like, watch it on the immediate, or they take a minute to do it. And you know, I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem. It's just the reason why I won't do like a Q&A super early, because like if I were to do Q&A now, it would be like 4 questions, and like that's not good enough. If I want to do Q&A, I want like 50 questions, and like 50 decent questions. Not even good, just decent, as long as it's nothing like super personal or anything like that. You know, this stage is really funny on fixed camera, because like when you start KO, I think it's the only stage in Melee to do it. But if you start KO, the camera isn't highlighted low enough to like hide the blast zone, so you can literally just see the characters suddenly go into the spiral animation, and I just always find that shit fucking funny. One thing I should have covered in the Smash retrospective was the high roll jump. That thing was always like a neat little thing that was like, you know, first in Melee and all that stuff. And I feel like it's underappreciated, but shit, I probably just forgot to do it. Because like, here's the thing: when I'm writing my script, unless it's something I really think should be mentioned, I won't pull up the script immediately while I'm playing the game. I usually play the game, play part of it, and then write down like the experience of that point and all that stuff and all that juicy stuff, or I look at the tad small bits and here and there, all that stuff. I don't like have a notebook out and like get ready to write notes and all that stuff about like this specific segment and all that stuff, because otherwise we'd either be here for like hours, or it would start getting really mundane and dull and just really repeating. So, you know, I play the game. If it's a long game, then I play parts of it, and then I type down on the script. Because for the most part, I can't remember what I played, even the smallest stuff. So it's not that big of an issue, and it also keeps the video a lot more fresh in my eyes, at least. Who knows? Maybe note writing is better, but I feel like trying to note write while playing in the middle of a game just kind of ruins the immersion for me a bit. That's just me, though. I played Link again. Oh my god, I already just played Link. Oh my god, I'm like so slow today. I'm so slow because I'm just trying to multitask and it's not working out for me. Alright, Young Link's next. Alright, I think we're gonna do Young Link on Green Greens. I don't know, Green Greens looks like a perfect stage for Young Link. Look, you got the Kokiri tree back there. You got bombs that rain down. Smart decision. Look, he did it for himself too. Seems like he's, you know, oh shit. He's the one to play even. You know, he's got a boxing glove. You don't. He'll give you a boxing glove. Easy peasy. Otherwise, just to end off with the video thing, besides all those stuff, I might do a few just random videos because, you know, my little spongy autistic brain wants to do such a thing or something. Just something completely random or like completely out of nowhere. Those are my kind of thing too. Just something I just want to make, even if it doesn't fit the channel or something. And really, that's kind of should be the whole point of the channel. I make stuff because I want to make it, not because of what the people want. Which might sound very undemocratic, but then you realize that it's not like I'm trading off your privilege or your soul. You're just watching it or you're not going to watch it. But, you know, I still listen to what people say and this and the stuff because, you know, I like to listen to other people's stuff. That's probably the reason why I'm still staying on Twitter, even though I absolutely hate it. But, you know, sometimes the conversation can actually be worthwhile. Alright, now we're down to our final rows of characters. I think we're going to be dealing with the Pokemons. There's 4 Pokemons, and I think there's only 2 Pokemon stages, so we might have to diverse. Well, for one, I was thinking of giving Mewtwo FD, so there's that. But if I'm going to do this, I think Puff might be here. One of the Chews are going to be here. So now I got to sit here and think for a bit. Yeah, I'll give Pikachu this. I'll just give him on it, honestly. I'll just give little Pichu on it. And actually, for the most part, you might actually, if you like follow my Twitter and Instagram, you might honestly get a taste of videos soon in production, because like I said, since most of the videos are like stuff I'm interested in, usually I'll like get into that stuff and be like, oh, I could make a video on this, like with Earthbound. Like, I've always been an Earthbound fan, like not like from the 90s or not even from the 2010s. Like, this is like post Wii U release era. I became an Earthbound fan. Shit, Undertale was a game by then. But, like, you know, I played Earthbound, I played the whole thing, completed it, and then I just kind of sat out. And then, you know, I'm checking all this stuff years later, and now I'm, like, interested in Earthbound. And now I want to make this Earthbound video because, you know, now this little topic interests me now. So if you like check likes and stuff on my other social medias, you might like see like, oh, you could be in the midst of work and stuff like that. And now I'm thinking about this again. One of my earlier statements was I always hold family and friends out over my videos, and I feel like that might be the one thing where even if I get like 5 million subs and like 10 million views a video, that will probably just still hold out anyways, because even if I were to treat YouTube as a job, I just could never drop family over it. Like if I'm in the middle of like going live or something and like something serious happens, or like I'm in the midst of working on a video that I promised would release soon, and something serious happens, or like just something else happens, like it doesn't even have to be serious, then I would choose that, because like, you know, the videos can wait. What's there to be impatient about? Like, you do it and then you get it done. You may not get it done on time, but at least you'll still get it done eventually. But And some might say, well, like, what if you die on that vacation? Well, if I die, then I don't gotta worry about shit anymore in life. That's a very low sentiment. I don't really like to think about death and stuff because that's not my kind of thing. Even as a teenager, you know, everyone has that kind of rebel or edgy phase, and like, I'm a bit on my quirky phase. I'll say that I've always been shit. Now I sound like a little fucking squirmy girl. I've always so quirky. No, like, I'm very weird, dude, and I've always been weird, and I'm probably gonna stay weird for a while, but this is probably the weirdest point of my life so far. Maybe 11-year-old. 11 to 13 was probably weirder. But, shit, now I forgot what my original statement was supposed to be. Okay, but yeah, so, but like, stuff about worrying death and like the universe, like, oh, nihilism, nothing really matters, we're all gonna die at the end of the day. That's not my kind of thought process. We're gonna get a bit more philosophical here, you know, a bit out of order for a 100 sub special, but if you're watching this in, then I feel like I can get a bit personal. I just never saw nihilism as a good point of view or a healthy point of view. Like, yeah, it might be true that the universe will collapse and we're just a complete nothing speck in the universe that holds no value whatsoever. But is that really going to hamper your way of life? Like, why make that hamper your way of life? You can have lots of fun as a thing. Like, we exist for a reason, even if that reason will have no contribution in the universe. We exist for a reason and we exist for ourselves. No point in like worrying about this and that. Just make up what you can for what you got now. There's no reason. I just never saw a reason to worry about this existential stuff. Now, that's not to say I don't get existential or I never get sad. I'm not some happy NPC my entire life, but you know, I'm not going to be an unhappy NPC my entire life either. So, you know, I swear I always play on the stage and I've never gotten the tree. Like, they always say wave dash down and stuff like that, but I just can never get it. I can never get it. And I don't know if it's like a version 1.0 thing, but it does happen in tournaments, and tournaments run on version 1.2, and it has happened in very few tournaments, so I don't know. Maybe Luigi's collision box just isn't gonna slip through or something. Maybe he's got a fat ass collision box, because look at them cheeks, dude. He's definitely got some fucking cake in there. Ooh, that actually now makes me, that might make you shit. Some of you might be thinking, Luigi, like, Luigi out of all characters? Why Luigi? Why Luigi? Lido, come on, Lido. Luigi, really? Lido? Really, Luigi? Really, Lido? Luigi? Well, okay, so here's my story with Luigi. I haven't always chosen Luigi. Like, when I was a kid, Mario was the shit. You had to be Mario. Like, if you were playing the Super Mario 64 DS multiplayer or the Mario vs. Luigi mode, and you weren't Mario, then you're just choosing the sucky player, the sucky character, you know, because Mario was the cool dude. And I can't really explain when I got my love for Luigi for. Like, I've always tried to trace it back, and like the closest I can think of was when Dark Moon released. And you know, I played the game, and I really liked Luigi as a character. But I feel like even then, beforehand, I probably liked Luigi more. But I do remember, as early as time, that Mario was at one point my favorite of the Mario characters. Maybe it's just the spin-offs. Maybe when I actually started getting more into the Mario series, that wasn't just the Super series, I started playing more of Luigi, because I think my early traces to playing Luigi a lot more than Mario were probably Mario Kart DS, because, well, no, we didn't. No, I used to go Shy Guy because I always never fucking, I owned the game, I just never brought it to school because someone used to always brought theirs to school. But I think whenever we did bring our car. Oh, there's no ledge. Shoot. Mario had a disadvantage. Actually, it might have been Mario Party DS. Mario Party DS might have started my, well, not love, but my consideration to play Luigi a lot more often, because people would just play Mario in that one. People would just play someone, out of all those 4 players, someone was gonna pick Mario. Also, I am, like, just eating shit this fight. Someone was gonna pick Mario. And, like, if you weren't the host or something, because I think the host got to pick first, so then you're shit out of luck. So I always just went Luigi, because, well, he's there too, and you know, I'm more familiar with him than any of these other guys. Shit, I wasn't gonna play Toad or Waluigi. Fuck. You gotta wait years later for me to play the other characters. So it might have been that game. It might have not. It might have started with Dark Moon. It might have even started later, and I'm just having bad memory. But yeah. I think another thing is Luigi just always kind of slowly grew on me, because there was a point where my stuff started to change, you know. My favorite colors became different, you know, small stuff like that, you know, my preferred way of playing a game became different, it's the stupid stuff, but sometimes the stupid stuff can change what you see. Like, for one point, my favorite color used to be blue, and then it was purple, like back in my mid-elementary years, and then by my late elementary years it was green, because something about green feels... Ooh. Okay, now we're on a close fight. Something about green is just such a nice color. I honestly think it's a really nice color. I feel like you can put green with a lot of stuff, but you have to be careful with green, because some green just looks ugly. And that's probably why so many people like blue, because, like, shit, look, blue can fit with literally anything. You can put blue on anything and it could work out. And purple is just a nice little color. It's this niche color, at least when you're at a young age, because people are always just either choosing red, blue, or pink. I actually knew a boy who liked pink. No, he's not gay, don't worry about that. But something about green started to grow with me more, and I think that's probably why I started sticking with Luigi too. Just personal values, personal taste and values eventually ended up to me playing Luigi. In fact, I'd say because of my love for Luigi, that probably dictated my play in Smash. Had I not loved Luigi, I wouldn't say I've gone with Mario, but I feel like I wouldn't have tried to teach myself to play Luigi. Because, you know, playing Ultimate, I realized, wow, there's a lot more characters I can just know better than Luigi. And I feel like if I didn't have a love for Luigi, I would have probably just stuck with whatever character I played best. And Luigi, I do play best, like, in every game, maybe with the exception of Brawl. I'm kind of mid on him on Brawl, but still, like, in this game, like, there's Falcon that I'm, like, a lot more faster at knowing. There's Yoshi, who's technical, but I love his technicality, so he's never really struggling trying to teach me. But Luigi, he's just my favorite, so it was kind of out of audacity that I had to play him, and then he just grew on me fast. It's kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, imagine going from Falcon to Fox. Like, maybe you love Fox or something. Maybe you absolutely love Fox. You've loved Fox from the start, but your first main was Falcon, and you know, since you've all had all these hours into Falcon, you feel like you kind of have to play him. And it's not until later where you're like, oh well, shit, I've been doing good with Fox, and I've had to do half the amount of time to understand him, and he like fits with me automatically. Like, I can do all these moves automatically and all that stuff. I can perform really well with Fox, and it wasn't out of audacity or anything. He's just really good to play. He's the one for me. And then you eventually drop Falcon because you realize, yeah, stick with the one that's better for you, because otherwise you're gonna start getting less of an enjoyment. But Luigi's different. Like, he's an audacity character. He's a character I kind of played out of audacity for my love. But then he eventually started to like really stick with me to a point where I was like, yeah, I can just play Luigi. It's fine. And even though I do like better with characters like I'm a lot more easier with characters like DK and Ultimate. Not easier to learn, more like just fitting for me in Ultimate and stuff like that. I'll still like somehow perform better with Luigi, even if I'm not like really feeling like playing Luigi. I'll somehow still perform better. And then, but out of Smash, Luigi just kind of grew to be my favorite. And I'm just genuinely gonna think for the spin-offs like DS, Paper Mario, all that stuff for me liking Luigi, because you have this guy, you know, back then when I was a kid, I used to be a scaredy cat, and even then I'm still get scared of a few things here and there. So, and you have this skinny, tall dude, and I wouldn't say I was the tallest out of my group, but I definitely had a lot more height than most of the elementary kids. And you just had this silly, scared dude, and he just kind of resonated with me when I was young, and still resonates with me to this day. Who knows? But even then, there was a point where I absolutely hated the look of Wario and all that stuff. Wait, what did I play on with Mewtwo? Did I play FD? Oh my god, I'm like forgetting all this. Just forget it. Just continue. Don't think too hard about it. There was a point where I was like, oh, why would you play Wario? Like, what's the point of Wario? And now, like, Wario is probably one of my other favorite Mario characters. So, like, the fucking greedy piece of shit who, like, just buffs through everything. Like, this shit, that guy's cool as hell. Why did I hate him as a kid? As for Mario, I play him if he's like mandatory, like of course you're gonna play him. Nothing wrong with playing Mario, honestly. If you want to choose the main guy, choose the main guy. Even if it's like in Mario Kart, even though you're freaking weirder than choosing like Bowser in Mario Kart. It's like the fuck you're choosing Mario out of all characters in Mario Kart. But it's not like, oh, Luigi's unplayable, the game's hampered or something. Like, no, it's completely fine. Like Mario Sunshine, it's shit. And like I said, I look at gameplay value more than just like small stuff. Even if I do look at like small stuff in details, if I like am like, oh wow, this really enhances this, and people don't realize it and all that stuff. Or like, wow, I think this fits my kind of style, and that's the reason why I like this part of the game and stuff like that. But you know, you like Mario, and I do play Mario sometimes on occasion outside of the main games, like specifically Mario Party 6 and 7, because he has that stupid, hey, stinky voice line that is just the cream of the crop of taunts in Mario Party. And I think I like playing him sometimes in Mario Kart 64 because he's just really energetic in that game, but otherwise, for the most part, yeah, I just stick with Luigi. He's the main guy. He's my go-to character since I was young, for the most part. All that good stuff. Alright, well, we're down to 2 characters, so let's see. Okay, I haven't played this stage. 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 I haven't played these stages. I think Mark's gonna go with Battlefield. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I got too quiet there. I just don't like Marth. I'm just not a big fan of Marth. Every time I fight him, I gotta get quiet because like shit, bro, I fucking hate the Luigi Marth matchup. It's so off. But now we're down to our final character. 96 stocks done. Just 4 more to go, and we're at 100 stocks, 100 subs. Wow, wow, Juan, so unique and creative, and we're going Congo Jungle. Rest in peace, OG Congo Jungle remix, the one where the intro dragged out for the entire minute, and then they mutilated that in Ultimate by making it drag out for like what 15 seconds, I think. Misfire. I think Luigi's Misfire is the best in Melee. I just love how explosive it is. It doesn't even reach how explosive, fast, and far it goes. It just does. It doesn't even reach how it does in the rest of the games. And Ultimate could have worked, but they made it decide to like reel down when he gets it, and I think that's just so dumb. It's so dumb. No, you're not gonna finish yourself off. I'm gonna take this. Wow. Oh, I don't gotta jump. Damn, I got cooked there. Damn. No! Damn it, he finished himself. I didn't want him to. Oh, that's 100 stocks. And certainly, I ain't won. Oh, wait, that was for 99? Oh, shit. Fuck. So, yeah, that's it. Like, thanks, guys. It's really grateful that I've gotten to this number. I know it sounds stupid because, you know, like, why do you care? You're not doing this unless you get really big numbers. But still, it's just a nice thing to appreciate. And it's great that you people like to watch this stupid stuff I make. Just the stupidest things I make. And, yeah, that's really all I have to say. Wow. 5 years later.